was about to try blowing bubbles in my cup. All right, ready to go?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of City Thots Podcast. I am your host, Sean, and to my right of me, I have Sam,
You're right.
and I have Ivan.
What's good?
Hey.
How's everybody doing? How was everybody's week?
I'm tired.
He's tired, but he's had 2 energy drinks. I'm scared to see the outcome of that.
Waiting for it to kick in. It'll kick in eventually. You guys will see the
Oh, yeah.
gleam in my eyes.
You go off the rails.
Yeah.
He's going to start bouncing off the walls.
You're gonna notice a lot of random edits and cuts because I just start saying things.
Or you get your second wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I would always not sleep in high school because I was up too late playing video games.
Oh, my.
And then my teachers, they're like, yeah, Sean, he's a great kid, but there gets a certain time where he just becomes disruptive in class. But I was just in the back, making noises and drawing on my textbook and just making stupid caricatures of different characters in history.
Yeah. I love that though. I love the sleepovers where you pull the all-nighter with your friends.
Oh, yeah.
And the real antics come past 2 or 3 a.m. when we're just delirious. Yeah. Good times.
And everything is funny. And then you'll say one thing and it just triggers all the laughing that you had 20 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now as you get older, the delirium kicks after you're 9 to 5. It's 6 o'clock. I'm like, damn.
But you just laugh so hard, and then it's just one slow tear. You're like, I'm trapped in my own body.
I wanted this. I love this.
Delusion.
Yeah.
Well, this week I watched the movie Saltburn.
Oh.
Have you both watched it?
Yeah.
I've seen parts of it.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
I have to show you my boyfriend's facial reactions when we were watching. I took a whole series of photos of his face.
Oh, it's great. Some of the things that happen are just so out of nowhere, and you're like, how do I react to this?
That is genuinely how Sean would write a movie, I think.
I think you're giving me too much credit here.
No, not like that, but he would be like, and then what if we made them do this?
Yeah,
and it was something crazy, you know?
Now drink the bath water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so good.
On TikTok, it was everyone's cringing at the bath water scene, but
No, dude, the vampire scene.
Oh, the vampire scene.
Vampire scene was
Yeah.
so
That
funny.
one. Actually, no, that one. I don't know why, but the one where he's just outside in the rain in front of the tombstone, and he's just. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
what is he
Actually, I
doing
think
here?
I was the most disturbed by the camera footage at the end of him and the mom.
yeah.
I was just so for some reason, I don't know, when she would flop over and he'd pick her back up, I was like, it was so disturbing.
Yeah. Context for anyone who hasn't watched the movie, and also light spoilers. So if you haven't watched it and you want to, maybe tune out now.
Yeah.
But it's this genius and scholarship kid who's going to Oxford, and he gets in a group with one particularly well-off. I think he's son of a duke or something like that.
Yeah,
some
some
semi-royalty,
old money.
old money,
Yeah.
lives very extravagantly, and he gets closer and closer with their family and kind of spins a web of lies to get into that tight-knit group. And then you just see some of his personality disorder things come out to light, and some of the decisions that he makes and all that. Yeah, it's a good watch.
Yeah.
It's a good watch.
That was good.
Yeah.
It's interestingly, the plot twist and the manipulation is interesting, but at the same time, I don't know how.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm recommending this.
that was pure entertainment. I can't say it's an easy watch, and I wouldn't recommend it to everyone,
Yeah, I wouldn't
but
watch
it was
again.
definitely entertaining for sure.
Fair. What's his name? Barry? His
Yeah.
real life? Barry Coe.
He was such a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I don't want to say
Yeah.
his last name. It might be another Timothy Chimley scenario. How do you say it? Cohen?
I don't know.
I genuinely
I didn't
don't
even know
know.
his
Okay,
name.
so I'm not alone. It's Barry Cohenberg. Cohen. It's a very Germany sounding name. Timothy Chimley. Barry
Shimley
Carey.
is a new one.
Shimley, yeah.
Chimley.
Yeah. So, anyways, this week, I know last week we were talking about personalities, and we talked about a personality quiz that we all took, and we all compared results. So this week, I have a personality test for us all to do, and not just at the end where we get to compare results, but we're also going to talk about each step and each question and how we relate to it, and we'll kind of see and unravel the minds of each other.
I wonder if, as we're doing it, because we're talking about the questions, we're gonna sway our answers, and we're all going to get
crazy
I say
we lock in everyone, and then we discuss it, but you cannot change your initial.
Okay.
So for anyone, you can also follow along. This test is called the Big 5 Personality Test, and this is truity.com, TRUITY.com.
I'll probably post it in the link down below, guys.
Yeah.
With a little ding.
Yeah,
I love when
yeah.
you do that.
I'll make it
that was so fun.
Yeah.
The little fact checks.
The little fact checks. Yeah.
Wrong.
you got to bring in like a buzzer when one of us is really incorrect. Like, yeah, the taboo
like a
buzzer.
Stupid sound.
Yeah, so we've all got this loaded up. I'll just read the description here. So this free personality test gives you accurate scores for the big 5 personality traits. See exactly how you score for openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism with this scientific personality assessment.
So it's kind of like MBTI, but maybe like, I don't know, slightly different.
Yeah, I think a lot of like the Enneagram and things like that we've all taken before.
Yeah.
So this is one of the highly recommended ones
the Enneagram.
that I don't think most of us has done. So we'll just...
This one's a good one. I've done this. This one's legit because I did this during my psych course back at SFU. So if you're doing it post-secondary to figure it out, this one's real. This is legit.
I got it off Forbes, and Forbes wouldn't lie to me.
Also legit.
Yeah.
Scholarly article.
Scholarly, yes. Okay, so...
wait. I'm worried about the battery of that laptop. I'm getting a charger. BRB, everyone.
Battery.
Okay, we're back.
Doing pretty good?
It's good enough.
And we're back. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, we're back. We're charged up. Our devices are good to go.
I'm not feeling charged up, but I'm almost there.
We're going to start this personality test.
Okay.
So, number 1, and we're going on a scale from inaccurate to accurate, and it is a 1 to 5 scale. 1 obviously being the least, 5 being the most. Starting at number 1, I accept people the way they are.
Okay.
So lock it in, and then we'll talk about it.
I don't want any... out our bullshit.
I'm done.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like I got mine, so I haven't started off. Where are you?
I picked dead center.
Neutral.
Neutral. Why? It's because on the surface level, I'll be like, like I accept you, who you are. Don't get me wrong, but in my head sometimes I'm so judgmental. I'm like, I'll accept you because like I have to accept you. I can't force you to be who you're not, or like vice versa. But in my head, I'll just be like, yeah, that's not it for me. Yeah, so that's why I put it.
At least he's honest,
Yeah.
Okay, I did one more in the accurate.
Okay.
Like 4. So 4 accurate, I guess.
Yeah, 4.
Is that what I did? Okay. And I think I agree with like the reason it's not 5 because it's like I will still judge you, and I might not like you, but I think I'm relatively accepting of like like even if I think it's a stupid person, I'm like, oh, that's just a stupid person.
That's just who they are.
Like, that's acceptance.
Each their own. Yeah.
So that's why I chose that.
Nice.
Fair.
I was also a 4. I think as well, people can be the way they are, and it doesn't really impact me, so it doesn't worry me too much. And then if I have to like work closely with you, I think overall I'm pretty accepting.
Yeah.
But still, I can see some differences, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Got to categorize things.
Yeah. You don't have to like everyone.
Because I feel like in my head, like a full 5 accurate. It's like I'm like full on.
You're like embracing.
Like you whatever you are or whatever it is, I got you. I know I'm not that. I'm like I'll accept you how you want to do you. I'll let you do you. But in my own head, I'm like
wrong.
I'm like wrong.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah. Agree to disagree.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Second one here.
Ooh.
I believe in the importance of art.
Like the arts or art?
Of art.
However
so I think art, take it.
interpret.
Yeah, exactly. In the eye of the
not
beholder
touch
here.
My laptop screen.
Sorry. Part of me was like, iPad.
Ivan's phone's recording the podcast, obviously, so he's using my laptop, and he's like scrolling the screen as if it's a touch screen, and I'm like, bitch.
I'm used to the iPad, okay?
You better stop that.
I'm sorry.
Sticky jelly bean hands.
Yeah,
on
I
the
can't wait to
laptop
open my
screen.
laptop tomorrow and it's just
Okay.
your
I
fingers.
thoroughly sucked off all the sugar off my fingers.
Okay, great.
All right, Sam, let's start with you.
Okay, I did 5 out of 5 accurate. I think
Oh.
that's pretty accurate for me. I consider myself a creative person. I think everything I do in terms of work and hobbies is creative. And I think my interpretation of art is pretty wide. You know?
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan?
And it's important because it is the only thing I do.
That's coping
And
mechanism
gives
right
me
there.
money. Yeah.
Fair. I didn't even think of like content creation stuff as art, but it is actually, it's a form of creation.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why I thought like music and like
Oh,
arts
music also really
and
important.
stuff like that. And I think like historically and the way you look at cultures and different takes, it's like certain things where you could be different in one ways. Art can like bring people together. You know, you could be two separate people, two separate worlds, but you might like the same kind of music, or like art can speak to you in a different way and vice versa. And then even like
Also, there's,
literature
like,
is like an art too.
Culinary art. I feel like
True.
architecture could be art. Like there's
Yeah.
so many things
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we enjoy.
Yeah.
Cocktails,
Cocktails,
art.
So I put 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't do 5 out of 5. I just feel like
You're like, fuck a painting.
if I really felt it, I would put 5. But I'm like, no, I think it's really important. Like we should have all forms of art.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at 4 as well. I feel like art and the art of like storytelling, whether this is
Yeah.
books or movies or even something like music or even video games, if you're trying to tell a specific story. The only reason I didn't put 5, I took like important as it's
Like
not the
vital.
most
Vital?
important
Like
thing.
vital?
So
Okay.
whether that's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
something more
but it just says, I
important-
believe in the importance.
But I saw importance. I was like,
Yeah,
as
I don't
the
know.
most important. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I didn't put it at 5.
That's the way I read
because
it
it's
too.
pretty high there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then at that point, like I feel like everything could be important. You know.
Well, it's not saying. It's
But it-
not.
yeah,
But
see,
it's,
that's
if
what- that's how I'm
everything is
reading it.
important,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if everything is important, then nothing
It's
is, right?
important.
So
but I guess the importance is like, yeah, like is art important? Yes, of course it's important.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also don't like.
Also, I think what's tough is like we're kind of using the 5-point scale of like how much we agree, but it's really just saying like
How
how
accurate.
accurate that is of a statement in your head,
Oh,
right?
true.
Like how accurate is it that you believe in the importance of art?
Okay, yeah. Okay,
And to me, that's really accurate.
Oh, right.
So, anyways, we'll apply that
Oh,
moving
okay,
forward.
okay. Actually, how
I think it's
accurate is
still-
that? I would still kind of, yeah. Like,
Okay.
I guess in my head too, if I'm like 4 out of 5, like it'd still be like just as accurate. Like,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like there's like, 'cause
You're not-
I
it's not your Roman
agree,
Empire,
then I
but
very
yeah, yeah.
agree. Neutral,
Okay, yeah.
disagree, strongly disagree.
Yeah.
That's probably how it's like it is, right? Yeah.
Oh, the next one is gonna call me out a little bit.
all right.
This one's
The next one, my moods change easily. Sam.
Yeah, I'm definitely going 4 out of 5 accurate. I think I'm like relatively good at regulating my moods, but they can change really fast. Like I'm pretty at this point in my life, I can notice that they're changing and like kind of rationally look at it, but they're still changing. Like it's not, I'm not doing that. I'm just more aware of it.
right.
But it's weird because like I would describe myself as like a maybe moody person, but I don't think other people describe me as that. So it's like really like up in here. But I don't know if I'm necessarily giving that off to like it's like sometimes I say that to Catherine and she's like, "Are you a moody person?" And I'm like, I don't know, maybe behind closed doors.
Yeah, or maybe like,
Or like to certain people.
or you are moody in your own head, but like you're just good at not showing because of the situation and time and place. Maybe like
Yeah. Or like to me, I know I'm getting frustrated because of XYZ, but like to other people, it's just like, oh, that's just like a normal, I don't know.
true. Like
Then I
different
got like
standards of
hormones
moody.
pumping up in there. Like there's definitely some mood swings going on for sure. Like I was just telling them I'm PMSing right now, so watch out. Don't
Gets
touch my
the results,
laptop.
just cries.
Moody is definitely.
Oh, yeah,
very-
that's honestly, I'm at like a 100% track record for crying right before my period, no matter what.
Huh?
Yeah, dude.
Like, for life?
Sobbing.
Like,
No.
that's just-
Ever since, like, for at least for the past like 6 months, but like, it's my period has regulated again after birth control because I stopped
Oh,
like
yeah,
probably
yeah.
2 years ago. So, but on birth control, I never ever Like you don't have big swings in your hormones like that. But now I'm like, whoa. And then I'm like out here crying and I don't think of the fact that my period's going to come soon. And then my period comes and I'm like, oh, damn, last Wednesday. Kind of adds up now.
But like, do you cry like randomly? Do you just like burst into tears?
No,
or
something will make me cry that would never make me cry otherwise.
So there's something that triggers it.
Yeah, still
but
something
you're
that
just more
triggers
likely
it.
to cry. Even
But
though
that,
it
yeah,
usually
and I
doesn't.
think that's what makes it seem like, oh, I'm like actually upset about this because something happened. It wasn't. I was just walking, and then suddenly I'm like,
That's what I thought. You were
my
just like,
face is wet. No,
I stubbed my
no,
toe.
you're just like way more. You have like a heightened sense of emotion.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, I feel like I can understand that. It's
Yeah.
like when I'm like really low on deficit and on the cut. It's like mid lift. I'm like I just want to cry. Like I'm so like emotional because you're drained, but you're tired, but you're doing this, and you just feel a little overwhelmed.
And you're dieting, so your hormones, you're not getting as many
Yeah.
calories or fat as you need.
And it feels like I'm like, why do I want to cry right now?
Yeah.
I can see that.
What's interesting is like the perspective changes so much. Like when I'm in it, I'm like, oh man, that was really sad. And then a week later, I can still remember it being sad, but I can like objectively look at it and be like, that should not have warranted a response like that. But when I'm in it, I'm like, wow, that was a tear jerker. Like sad. Like actually, but then there's also times where I'm sobbing and I'll look at my partner and be like, I'm actually not entirely sure why I'm reacting like this. He's like, that's okay. You just have a
Just
lot
there
of
to support.
feelings."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good partner,
Yeah,
not trying
yeah.
to fix it.
Yeah.
And also, like, I would say I'm an emotional person anyway. And then that just really compounds on top of it. I'm like, whoa, crazy. What about you?
Fair.
Damn.
I feel like I
feel
know
like
what
it's-
Sean's
yeah.
My
I feel like
my
it's-
moods, I like pride myself on controlling my mood, especially outwardly. I think as a part of leadership, no one should ever see you either really stressed or really upset. So I kind of like pride myself on that, but I kind of overdid that a little bit where I would try to rationale out my emotions and try to say, oh, I'm okay in this situation, even though I shouldn't be. And like I have reason to be upset, but I'm trying to suppress that. So that's something I've been trying to work on. I gave myself here a 2. It's something I can recognize more about myself. I have been better, but I need to accept that if I am having changes in my mood, that's okay and that's human. And it's not something I need to try to stifle.
I think there's a word for that. It's like over intellectualizing your feelings or something. Where you're like, yeah, you're reasoning with yourself as to why you feel it instead of just letting yourself feel it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What do
I'm
you guys
like-
think I put?
Well, I can see it.
Okay, well, anyways. I don't know. I feel
Neutral?
like,
Oh.
yeah. I don't think I mood change that easily. Personally, I don't know. Like, you guys can call me out. I feel like I'm pretty steady as a person, especially like in an environment. I usually like mold to whatever needs to be. So usually it's like if the vibe's up, I'm like, let's do it. Let's be up. But I don't know. I'm very like, I don't know. I just never felt a time where I'm like, oh, I'm feeling a certain way that says, hey, I'm now getting sad or frustrated or this. But I wouldn't even say it's like over intellectual either, where I'm like talking to myself like, Ivan, don't be a little bitch, or like, you shouldn't be sad right now, you're in front of people. It's more I'm just like, oh, this happened. Like it is what it is, right? It's all perspectives. Like the 2-hour delay, that's life. You can complain and bicker all you want, but it doesn't solve anything. So just make the best of it. I think that's like almost my MO in life.
It's like Zen and optimism.
It's just, I'm just like, let's just make the best of whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't think your moods necessarily change drastically. It's like your mindset. You're either toxic Ivan or you're like self-betterment Ivan. And there's no in between. Like, there is genuinely no. And when it flips, you're like, oh, what happened?
It's
What
Britney,
happened?
bitch.
like you'll go through like 6-month phases of like, I'm gonna really, I'm gonna get my head straight. I'm gonna do these things. I'm gonna read these books. I'm gonna do all these things. And then you're like, villain era, like get out my way. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing
You're
all
building
these
yourself
crazy
up, or you're
shit.
taking down everyone else.
Also, like sober Ivan and intoxicated Ivan, very different.
Very
But I don't know if
different
that's like
people.
mood. It's just
That's
like
the state of being.
personality.
That's the state of being. I don't know.
Yeah.
One thing I learned about my mood is that things will come out no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's either I can let them out piece by piece
Yeah.
and unload it, or I just like
Have a
bottleneck
mentee
and then
beat.
explode.
Yeah.
So just trying to realize and deal with it in small little pieces.
Yeah, I
I
think
found a
you're
lot
better-
more
you are
success
better
with
at
that.
that. Yeah.
100%.
And I didn't even know I was doing it before. It would be
Yeah.
something that's so unconscious, and then usually when induced with either stress or copious amounts of alcohol, that's usually when things would come out before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot more zen.
Like now you can like tell when something's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the same with me and my anxiety. Like I never knew what it was. I was just kind of like, oh, just a
Yeah.
feeling, right? That everyone has.
Yeah.
But some people have more of it than others.
Not realizing like emotions and dealing with them, it's kind of like working a muscle. It's like the more you do it, the better you get at it. And I think like growing up in a certain like culture or even like a certain gender, like by bias, like men bottle it up, very normal. We can't be sad, and all that stuff. You never practice that muscle of working through these emotions or these feelings because you're just like easy fix is like, nah, I'm good, fam. Like,
Yeah. Well, we
this is
also like with the whole instant gratification thing, like we typically don't choose something that would make us uncomfortable right now,
Yeah.
even if it would make us uncomfortable later down the line, because we're just like, oh, that's later.
Yeah.
I'll deal with it later. It's not right now. So it's like hard to choose to make yourself uncomfortable so that long term you won't. It's like with people like smoke and stuff too. They're like, oh, it's gonna make me feel good right now. It doesn't matter what the long term effect is.
Yeah, that's very true.
Very true. Very true.
Okay, next question. I take care of other people before taking care of myself. Before.
No,
I take care of other
like,
people, but
I take care of other people.
What is taking care?
what is other people?
Who are the people?
Who
in
are these people?
question?
This sounds the easy one for me. This guy.
Why don't you
He's like,
kick
which
us
one
off,
sounds to me
Sean?
less like a villain here?
I'm like, I can't lie to myself, and I love I love a good villain
And
story.
you can't lie to us.
Okay, I'll start.
Yeah, you start. You start.
I'm at a 2 here.
Yeah.
I still will go out of my way to help others, and I still will exhaust myself for others, but I got to get mines first, you know? Like, I make sure that I'm good, and I think that's also something that is good in a way, because if I'm not taken care of, then I don't have the capacity for other people. So by making sure I'm okay, I think I have more to give.
Yeah, like the air mask situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's very fair.
I still have like a vivid memory. I don't know where we were, but Sean like saying to me, I'm a very selfish person. Like very, very selfish.
self-aware.
And I was like, I think me too in some ways.
I'm like at the bar, only buying myself drinks. Yeah, these are for me.
I'm
Hold
a
on,
very
hold on.
selfish person, Tim. Okay, I put 4 out of 5. I think there was a
Wow.
point in my life where it was 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Doesn't like everyone before me. And I would say I'm teetering between like the 3 to 4 because there are some I've gotten a lot better at being like actually no, and I do have instances where I feel selfish, like career-wise selfish, like personal success, sure. I'm not going to like trample over other people, but I will get what I want. But then like personal life, definitely like let me just baby you and take care of you and do whatever you need and whatever. I might be stressed, but I'll still like do these things for you. But that's also really only if I like really like you.
You got to be like in that core group.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Yeah, I feel like the way I interpreted the question was like, obviously you always gotta take care of yourself first before you can help others. But that's almost like a gimme in my mind. That's why I put myself as like a 5. I'm like a full on. I think I'm a giver in a lot of ways. I don't know. I just like making other people happy. And that's one thing I realized that actually made me sad at one point. Like I think a year or 2 ago, I came to the realization. I'm like, damn, I realized I guess the way to describe it is I feel as myself as a person who fills the dead silence in a conversation. But I do that with people when it's like, oh, what do you want? Like, I'm okay with anything. Like, what do you want? Or like, yeah, whatever you want to do. Or I'm like super flexible in that way, but it's also like, it's not like I don't care about my choice, but it's also I don't care about my choice.
Yeah.
Because
Like
I'd rather have you.
to them.
Yeah, I'm just more accommodating or like to fit whatever needs to work.
Giving comfort to other people.
Yeah.
I just saw a post today, which I'm going to butcher the quote of this, but like I'll just give you the idea of it. It was someone saying that like they would keep their feelings in to avoid discomfort or something, and then they realize that the only discomfort that they're avoiding is the other person's, not theirs, by like bottling it in or choosing certain things. I'm butchering it, but that was the vibe.
Well, I'll Google it. I'll post it somewhere here. I'll be like,
Yeah, good luck. It was like some random TikTok art post.
bottle feeling other sad, not good.
Like ding, couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it.
Okay, so we got like a little spectrum.
It's like
going
Uncle
here.
Ben's with great power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, nice. What do we got next? Oh,
Oof.
I am always prepared.
I don't know about that.
Hey. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready, you know?
But I feel like always prepared is such a strong statement because you know how perfect you are. Like I would like to say I'm a pretty prepared person. I always, you slip up one time. Like it's like Murphy's Law. What can go wrong will go wrong. I don't know, it's hard to say I'm always prepared. I don't think I've ever always prepared.
See, okay, I'm interpreting it a little differently because I put 5 out of 5. I'm always prepared.
Yeah.
Number 1, I think at least 4 out of 5, I am like actually prepared. Like I have assessed the situation. I feel very planful. I'm like pretty type A in like organization and making sure everything's like done and whatnot. And then the last bit is even if I'm not, I know for a fact I will figure it out.
Yeah.
And I count that as being prepared as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Because I put myself as 4 out of 5 because I'm the same way. Like I think of it as like 90% I'm there, 10% I'm sure I can freestyle, and that's the way I see it. But I'm like, I don't know. To me, I'm like, if I was really prepared, 100% baby.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't read the future. Like, I can't, like,
I don't think it's actually asking if in every situation are you, but that's like your mindset.
Yeah, like I
I'm
trust
going
myself.
into things trying to 5 out of 5 prepare.
Yeah.
But then, like, what if it started raining and you didn't bring your umbrella? You weren't always prepared. But if you were, you would have always had an umbrella with you.
I think that I am always prepared. I think going through my mind, I have all the scenarios. Like, let me walk you through some of my preparedness strategies.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I have 5 different open chapsticks that I keep in different areas.
Me too.
Yeah, I have one in my
There's one in my
nightstand. I
office.
have one in each of my bags. I keep one in my box at work. I have 3 open deodorants that I keep. One at work. I have one in my gym bag, and then one just in my bathroom.
Yeah.
I have 3 umbrellas that I keep in different places. Like all the little things that I could do to make it easier so that I don't run into a situation, I'll try to like think of.
Okay.
Yeah. If it asks me, I'm
Maybe I'm
always
not that
prepared. If it asks me if I'm always prepared on time, it's a 1. It's,
yeah,
it's
you're
like a
right.
negative
Yeah.
2.
That's why you're not a 5 out of 5. Because being timely is preparedness.
Timely. He
Like-
doesn't even know what's going moldy in his fridge. Like, what do you mean?
You're not a 5 out of 5.
Like,
yes.
you're-
No, I'm trying to always be prepared. I'm running through the scenario. Oh, I
Okay.
can need this. I can need this. So I'll bring
You're
this, and I'll bring
prepared
this, and I'll bring
for your
this.
discomfort.
Yeah, but that to me is prepared,
Yeah.
right?
But everyone else is discomfort. You're like, I'll be late.
If I go through my day and I'm always comfortable in my day, I've prepared myself for it.
No, but what about preparing yourself to leave the house at the right time?
When I get there, I'll be comfortable. It didn't ask about time. I'm prepared.
Change your answer right now.
No, I'm prepared.
You're a 4 out of 5.
But when I get there, you know I'm prepared.
No.
I'm like, damn.
Not a chance.
No, but I think that's the thing. I'd rather be late than be not prepared. I can't imagine going into a situation where I'm going to be missing something or not ready for something. I'd rather show up late than show up missing stuff.
See, but then the thing is, I feel like if you're truly prepared, you'd be prepared for that thought, so then you would give yourself extra time to ready yourself, because then you'd be prepared for that notion.
Also, be for real. Are you late because you're preparing shit, or
I'm always preparing. I'm always cooking, you know?
or are you late because you just sat down for too long? Like, which one is it?
It's just, he explained this. He gets hyper fixated on things, so he'll do the one thing, and then he realizes like, oh, I grabbed my jacket, but then I forgot about this thing. So he goes, does this thing, and it tangents him. And so eventually he's like, oh no, I'm really late now, so I gotta just stop what I'm doing and then get out the door.
One of my preparedness is, like, if I'm meeting people, now my mental check is, okay, these people could come to my house. So I'm doing a quick tidy when leaving my house with the possibility of coming back to my house. And that's like another mental
invite
check.
People over. It's not like people are like, hey, we should go over to Sean's house. You're like, let's continue hanging out.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
Anyways.
Hard disagree. It's okay. This is my answer,
we're locked
and I'm
in.
not
Yeah,
changing
yeah,
it.
I'll give you
All right. I have a
Oh.
vivid imagination.
Wow. My boyfriend would say 5 out of 5 accurate for sure.
5 out of 5 accurate. I think we're imagining.
I put myself 5
I put
as
a 5
well.
out of 5.
Yeah.
I feel like as a group we're all pretty
I'm going
creative.
4.
Okay. Yeah.
What
even,
makes you 4?
My dreams are crazy too.
Yeah, I don't think my dreams are necessarily crazy. And I'm not really remembering them usually. I don't know. I like vivid imagination. Like, I think I have a lot of thoughts, but I'm not really like imagining things.
Never like
Like
you,
maybe like the
dream?
most I imagine is like, oh, like what my life will look like, but I'm not like looking up in the sky and being like imagining this unicorn like flying around, or like is that what that means?
I don't think it's asking necessarily a childlike whimsy,
Yeah.
but imagination
Okay.
could be
yeah, it could be
just like what if.
what ifs, thoughts, like
Okay. Yeah, I have thoughts.
I hope you do.
City Thots
I'm not like-
Podcast.
I'm not like picturing pictures in my head. That's what sometimes when I think of like imagination, I think of that. Like I'm not like playing scenarios in my
Oh,
head.
okay. I was gonna say you don't have to think picture, but scenarios. Because I think of scenarios.
I think of scenarios a lot.
I think of scenarios a lot.
I think of conversations.
Oh, no. Sometimes I have weird scenarios where I'm like, okay, what if I made it to the NBA? And I start building a world behind that, and then I start like fleshing it out, and I'm like, damn, well, I was friends with LeBron.
Mine are all like realistic.
That's realistic.
Yeah, I can make it. I got the jersey already.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never have those things. Oh, I have a really one of my. This might be weird, but like one of my weirdest things I would do as a kid growing up. Once again, this is another weird Ivan things going along with imagination. You know, like purple yams.
Where was
Purple
this going?
Purple
Yeah.
like the purple yams.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen enough like old school like Chinese movies where it's like they're hardworking and stuff like that, and they're trying to make it go by. As a kid, I used to like just love to like squat and eat a yam and pretend like I was like I'm a hardworking person on the railroad, and I'd be like I just act it out. I'd be like, yeah, this is so comforting and warm.
That's so
You're
specific.
like role playing. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I just RP in my head for fun, and that's like what's translated when I'm older. When I do cardio, I just role play in my head.
I'm running away from a
Yeah,
very.
or I'll think of like the random things I'll read. I'm like, yeah, what if I was in this world? What powers would I choose?
Yeah, see, I don't think like that.
Okay.
Oh, I love to think like that.
If somebody
Yeah,
asked me
yeah.
that question, like I could for sure dabble, but I'm not just like randomly thinking about things like that.
I go deep. I'd be like, this is my power, but how would I use this power? Nah, this would be my new bloodline technique. This is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be known as this dude. And then like 40 minutes goes by. I'm like, whoa, what was I doing?
Yeah. Yeah, all of it is rooted in my real life.
Oh, okay. So you're just like planning for what you would want in your life. 'Cause-
Yeah, or like I can imagine scenarios in my life, like, oh, what would happen if like my boyfriend broke up with me, or like I'm not like planning, but I would think of things like that, or like, oh, I wonder what would happen if. The other day I was thinking about being asked to be a godparent. I was like,
Oh.
do you never think about that?
I thought about this the
Yeah.
other week,
Really?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm already at the I don't know if I want kids, and then I'm like, whoa, what if somebody else had kids and was like, you could be a godparent. And obviously, that's not like your kids, but you have to be prepared to be that child's parents.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's for me, I'm like, oh, that's a hard pass.
Yeah. I have thoughts of who I'd want my godparent, like my if my
who would
kids,
you want your
who
kids'
wants
godparents to be?
Yeah. Like I have that thought quite often. Like, and then I like think of y'all. And I'm like, what would it be like?
And
then,
like you
how
can,
does it
it's got to be
affect each
first
other?
come first serve. Like only one, you can only be godparents to really one.
Yeah, you
set
can't
of
have
kids.
multiple.
That would just be a lot. I would never say yes to multiple people. There's no way.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'd say yes to one person.
Could your kid have multiple godparents?
Yeah, I think
so.
I think
Like-
my boyfriend's brother
Like-
has multiple.
They got like
something
3
like
god daddies and 4 god mommies.
Do you ever
Not like
write this
God
down
daddies.
anywhere? Is this like an honorary
this in,
title, or
like,
is this
your
like on a
will?
legal
I
document?
think it is like an actual thing. Like it's like guardianship.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
clause happens to the original parent. I think that's what it is.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I always fantasize. Sometimes like I think of like if I had kids like you and Kath would be my kids' godparents, and I was thinking like, yo, what would I feel like Kath would be fine.
Yeah, you don't want this. All of
Yeah.
these mental demons and bees and
but
goblins.
I started like imagining like how the kid could impact you, and like you know how when people have kids they change. I'm like, damn, and then I just like flesh out this version of you that like is now impacted by my kid, and now you like don't drink as much anymore, and then like
Whoa!
and then you like all of a sudden like decide to take your like fascination with like fighting games and like that level, and you just like translate it into like another skill while raising this kid, and I'm like.
So I now hyperfixate and take all of my good skills and put it into raising a child.
now-
Sorry, your good skills are drinking a lot and
And
gaming.
fighting games?
Like,
No, but it's like
the
I think it's time to
hyperfixation.
the hyperfixation.
Yeah.
Then now you're like teaching like my kid, now your god kid like random things. Yeah, I'll be like, And then I start imagining like Catherine just yelling at you in the background, like.
It's also tough. Like, do you choose people who are wanting to have kids, or do you choose people who don't have kids?
I feel like the criteria kind of comes down to, like, one, I think you ask them, will you be my kid's?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I feel like it has to be a conversation because, you know, sometimes when you ask, it's like there's all this pressure. Like, what are you going to be like? Like? It is a big honor. Like, these people
is.
who are, you're not the parents, are like, I trust you with my children. Like, that's like the highest honor. I'm like, let's have a little conversation, like realistic conversation before you're like opening a little gift box and you're like, will you please be my kid?
That's just saying
Like,
no.
it's
You're like, no.
Well, I think if you
we need to have some
need
serious
to say
talks.
no, like if
Yeah.
you genuinely don't think,
Kid
then
is
you
a
should.
big
That
ass
is
responsibility.
It's the biggest ask.
Yes, financially and like just responsibility wise is crazy.
But it's also like a dice roll, I guess, lack for better words, because I guess we're assuming like, okay, are we taking care of this kid on the first quarter of his life, or like what if, you know, God forbid things happen and like, but he's like 12, it's not the worst, right? That's different.
I don't know. It could go either way. It's now you're bringing in like a kid who's already had a full. Now they're, you know, like they're. First of all, they're hella traumatized. Their parents just died and they're aware of it. Second of all,
I don't know, but then I feel
they're
like
like
it's like,
already a whole ass person, and now you're like, you gotta take them
to
over.
the kid, it's
The
like
taking care of
it's like
different.
halftime, and then you're switching coaches.
I feel like it's like a little different, you know. It's like different than like the words
yeah,
of
if you've
of
had a
having to, like,
relationship with them the
teach
whole
him how
time,
to, like,
too.
yeah, because he'd know you as Auntie Sam, and then finally like, oh, I'm gonna be living with Auntie Sam now. But like, so he's not like, who are you?
Yeah,
You know, hopefully he would know who you are, and or she would love you, and then, you know, because then you don't have to worry about the, oh no, I gotta like wipe his butt, change his diapers, feed him, make sure he learns his like some of that comes prepared. Now the next thing you gotta do is make sure he goes to school, which is fine. Like, you know, this, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's chill, I guess. You know, and like kind of just, you know, being there. I feel like the later quarters would be a little bit more chill, and then finally once they hit 18, then I think the godparent role kind of gets even easier, I guess, because they're more independent per se. You know what I mean?
Maybe, but then also that's the years where people do like try to find themselves. Maybe they are really trying to figure it out. That's when they need the most support because they're becoming an adult.
True.
So it's hard to say. I think at any point it could be the hardest for any given reason.
Does the guardian parentship expire if they're at a, like, what if like they're 32, and then like,
Yeah.
like now you're like, I'm your goddad because unfortunately your parents passed away of old age or something. You know, like, does it expire?
Yeah, like technically, it's not considered a guardian once you're over 18.
That's what I was saying. Like 18, does it just?
But like, I assume you would just still care for them until they move out.
Yeah.
18, bye.
Bye.
Good luck out there.
Hey, yo, you got no God, nothing. No.
I'm just God now.
I'm just parent.
No parent.
Yeah. But then in the same way, too, I feel like as a friend, if we had kids, I'd be like, if my kid's 18 and he's needed some extra support from y'all, I'd be like, you don't have to house him, but just like give him some words of advice. I would expect that much, at least from my friends, you know? Help Timmy out.
We can't all be Timmy.
I don't know.
Just
Yeah,
imagine
that's a tough
Ivan's kid
conversation.
coming to my doorstep with like a cup full of
Please.
change, just like jingling it. Like trying to make me sign this jump rope for heart pledge.
Yeah.
That I'm just trying to make donations.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, ask Uncle Sean, yo, he got fat pockets.
Showing up to my house, like looking for the full size candy bar on Halloween.
Yeah. True.
All right, next question here. I feel comfortable around people.
I'll start. Accurate. I feel like for those who know me, I feel like I don't know. I don't get freaked out by people. I'm quite the little social butterfly I am. Yeah. I feel like people don't scare me. It's yeah, shit. I was gonna
It's
say
yourself.
awkward. Yeah, it's my demons. I was thinking about like
my
awkward
alone
scenarios more, but then I'm like, not really actually, because I'll just do the Ivan thing and just say something stupid and then just break the ice. I don't know. Yeah. No, I feel comfortable with people. I like people.
Yeah, I gave myself a 3 out of 5. But again, it's one of those things where like I am not comfortable, but you won't know that I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like every time I've said that I'm shy to someone, they're like, "What are you saying? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard." But I'm like, inside, I'm like panicking. I'm like, please make this stop.
Yeah. Because you give such like a extroverted like aura in terms of like.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at like turning it on.
Yeah.
And I know what I should be doing for it to like work in like a crowd after trial and error. Used to not be
Plus
something
around
like
the
that.
people like you're comfy with, once
I'm comfortable, I'm comfortable.
Yeah. So like if someone was like to look inwards, they'd be like, that girl looks like she can hang.
Yeah.
But
meeting new people, I'm like really in my head about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gave myself a 3 as well.
Oh.
I think. Oh yeah, I think I have acquired the skill from working in hospitality to make people comfortable and try to make those connections. But it's a skill that's useful and practiced, but it's not a skill that ever really feels supernatural. If they're not supernatural, but like super
Natural.
space natural. I'm a ghost. Yeah,
I'm Casper. I'm friendly.
it's not something that's natural to me. I always have to think about it, and especially when meeting new people, around the people that I know and I'm very comfortable with, I can just take that barrier down completely. But until then, I feel like I always am like a little bit having to like stay on point and like keep myself ready for conversation.
Yeah. Like I'm very in my thoughts about what's happening and what like needs to happen until I'm like very comfortable. Then I'm not even thinking about what's going on. I'm just running my mouth. Yeah.
See, I'm always running my mouth.
Yeah. Aware.
Which is like
Very aware.
It's like I've not gotten in as much trouble as I should probably per se, to my knowledge.
No, I think you have, but you just don't care.
Yeah, sure.
Lack of ownership.
People will be yelling at you and you'll just be like, "Rah, rah."
I'm shut up. I'm like,
Yeah. Like someone starts yelling at you, you'll start yelling back. You're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, well, you're wrong." I'm like, "What? How did we get here?"
yeah. No, sometimes it's like, no, they're like, I really shut up. I'm like, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But then it's like
If you're
it
sober.
shouldn't be like it should be ended off the first call out, but it's like give me 2 or 3. Then like,
Yeah.
oh, we're not playing. Oh, it's
Like Ivan, too comfortable.
Oh, my fault. Take it back.
That's crazy. Oh. Next question. I often feel blue.
Oh. sad.
Blue.
Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm a neutral. I'm a neutral. I feel like I have moments where I'm like, sure. I feel not really sad, but I'm like, oh, I feel a type of way. Or sometimes you ever get in like those moods where you're like, I kind of want to feel sad right now. like I'll feel that. I'm like, I'm gonna go watch a sad movie because I feel like it. Like, but I'm never like always. I'm like, oh, geez, man, life is hard and like no one likes me. And
You just turn into Morty for a second.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm never
Oh,
fully
jeez,
like,
Rick.
Jeez, Rick. Yeah. Sometimes I'll be like, hey, I feel a type of way. And like, do I want to find like a release for it externally, or should I go like sit down and internally pond about it and like go, yeah, like so obviously there's times where I'm like, where I'm like, let's just go drive. It's late night, let's go drive. Maybe hack a butt by the water, just sit and think about it. It's like, it's not really blue, but it's like, I just feel like I want to take time for myself and
It's
just
like
feel it.
introspective.
Introspective, yeah, but not blue. Or like watch
Just
like
more
a
mellow.
mellow, yeah, very mellow. Or like watch a new movie. Yesterday, by the way, it's called Man in Love. Everyone should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's a Mandarin movie. Really sad, really good. And I knew it was. And everyone's like, before I watched it, everyone's like, oh, it's so sad watching it. I was like, yeah, I think I'm in the mood to feel sad today. Right? And then like you get in that mood. I'm like, yeah. So I'll feel blue? No. Am I down to feel blue sometimes? Yeah.
Do you associate feeling blue as like a negative feeling?
No.
Or do you think it's just like a feeling?
I think it's just a feeling. Yeah. It's negative in definition, I guess, where you can look at it. But I'm like, the way I see it is like, hey, I feel this way. Okay, like, why do I feel this way? Or sometimes it's like it's like when you have a really good exhale, like a really good sigh, like a, but like for me, that's like my blue, where I'm like, let's just like release a little bit.
That's a cool way of thinking of it. I've
Yeah.
always thought of it as if I'm feeling blue or sad, how do I not? And it's like, how do I fix it? How do I not feel this? And that's always been my approach, which is, I guess, kind of a different way of thinking of it, more negative way of thinking of it.
Yeah, I also associated the word blue with negative, which is why I said not accurate. Like I gave myself a 1 because I also sometimes like being sad, but then I don't think that that's blue because I'm like I like it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna be a little moody
I like
today.
it, so I'm like that's not blue. I'm just like sad, but I'm still okay with it.
Yeah.
But overall, I think I'm like a very happy person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
I gave myself a 2. Yeah.
2.
I think.
Towards inaccurate. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. I think self-regulation, once again, it's one of the things that I've been working on. Started taking vitamin D supplements
too.
through the winter. I feel like that has actually been really good and keeping my mood kind of up.
Seasonal depression's a thing.
Yeah.
So much.
And then just also recognizing for myself when I like start to feel under and then, okay, why am I feeling this way? What is causing me to? Do I need to change my environment? Do I need some sort of like upper? Do I need to like go for a walk, do a workout, something like that? Do I need to change what task I'm working on to just bring myself up? So I do feel it, not that often, and I try to find out ways to pull myself out.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm really emotional, but not blue.
Yeah. Like
I have a lot of feelings.
I feel things, but I'm not like
I'm just feeling
upsetty spaghetti all
yeah,
the time.
I'm not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
depresso, you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah. I'm like positive pasta over here usually.
She doesn't even go here.
Going. You know what I rediscovered just in our vast accents. I don't know if for the viewers, if y'all know the
Sorry?
most beautiful girls in high school.
Oh, yeah.
But I just like I was just talking with my roomies and it's just Rachel's Tice comes out like this. And I found it so fun. I don't know.
This is the most obscure, like 2000
where?
what, like YouTube reference ever. Rachel Tice.
Oh, I don't know, but yeah, that's like this is conversation like sometimes I feel blue,
No.
but I want to be the most beautiful girl, like Gossip Girl.
That is so. You need to put up like a little link to that to figure out what that is.
If y'all ever feeling blue, just watch the most popular.
I think it's the most popular girls in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's almost like a stop motion video that's just acted out with Barbies, and it's the most dramatic thing ever. It's so funny.
It's so funny.
No, it's like stop
motion. It pretty much is like a cartoon. It's so funny.
That's one way. If you ever feel sad, just put that voice in your head. You won't feel sad anymore.
Yeah,
that's a good.
Such boy
what
humor.
Is the next question?
You would love it.
Oh,
I'm
damn.
the life of the party.
You're drifting into Yoda now.
Party of the life I am.
The life of the party.
Life of the party.
Don't even have to think about this one, guys.
Oh, God. Heck yes. You're putting yourself 5?
I'm also feeling the energy drinks now.
Ooh.
Okay.
5 out of 5. Everyone knows this. I'll party till the next day.
This is tough.
Okay. I don't know. I think this ties in with me of like mood. This is my mood change easily. If I'm locked in, I'm locked in. We party. We having fun.
You're either 0 or 100.
Yeah.
I'm down.
All right.
I also put myself as a 5.
Yeah.
I think this is also some of my main character syndrome, where like even if I'm the only one here and I'm having a blast, I'm assuming I'm the life of the party because the party is in my head.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you and I together, we're like a fusion reactor. We're like, just you and me, baby. Just look at me and let's drink.
That's when Sam runs.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I put myself as a 3. I think when I'm there, I'm bringing it. I'm feeling like I'm giving good energy, and I think people are having fun with me. But then I leave, like I'm pretty early. Like I leave pretty early. Yeah. I'm like,
good in small
and that's
doses.
Enough. Yeah,
leave them wanting more.
Exactly. So I put myself back to a 3. Like I think 4 when I'm there.
You're good for.
But you gotta get me there, and you gotta keep me there.
You're there for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. Once I start getting tired, it's like
last time with the main character like thing, and I realized maybe this is why we're friends because I don't know why it stuck with me, but I was thinking like because I don't like to be the main. I like to be the supporter.
Whoa.
Going back to making other people's happy, and I realized maybe that's why we work. Because there's this one quote where you watch Trash Taste where Pete. For y'all don't know, it's another podcast too, but there's a guy named Pete. He's super funny, super loud. Everyone loves him. And everyone's like, Pete, you should do your own thing. He's like, no, I never want to do my own thing. Like, why? He's because I feel, and what he said kind of stuck with me because I realized, like, I think that's what I am. And I think that's probably why we get along too. Because he's like, look at a sundae. I'm the cherry on top, but not the ice cream. Like, and I'm like, yeah. And I kind of like being there. It's like, I'm the hype man. I'll be there. I'm down. I don't want to be the main body, you know? I'm never trying to be the main body. I like to be right there. Let me lift you up.
And it makes everything else better, but it's always exciting still.
Yeah, I'm the whipped cream and cherry. And you can be the vanilla and chocolate.
I don't want to be the vanilla. That's a good way of putting it, though. Yeah. That's pretty cool way of looking at it. Now that I think about
it, I'm like, huh. When you say when you're like, I got main character syndrome, I'm like, yeah, I'm down to be side character.
Do you think you're always like that?
Actually, yeah. I realized I do. Because do you remember back in high school where I remember it was like, there was contention with the volleyball team and then our coach is like, well, this person's a little flaky with the team. Everyone's like voting and like whether they keep him or boot him off. And I remember I just had a breakdown. I started crying.
It was a weird democratic volleyball team.
Yeah. It was a very, it was a very weird volleyball team. But yeah, I remember I cried. I just broke down because I didn't want to make that choice. And our coach was like, I'm trying to make a leader out of you. I'm like, I don't really fully want to be a leader. Like, I'm down to be like vice president. I don't want to be president. And I don't think it's like lack of drive or determination. I just like being there.
Someone's gotta.
I like just propping others up.
Yeah.
That's just that gets me going, you know. And maybe it's like some part of fixation of like, you got there because I was there. You know what I mean?
You're like the puppeteer.
Behind every great man is Ivan.
You know,
I'll turn around.
I'm just there like,
when did you get there?
There was like we like zoomed into flashback for all your greatest moments, but like you didn't realize I was always there in some way. Your first date with Catherine, I'm just like in the back skating. I'm like, hit the lights. Like
That's
you
like-
never knew it.
That's that scene from
were there,
Puss
I
in
think.
Boots with Humpty Dumpty, and he's just always there in the scene.
Yeah. What if I was just that, you know? Your first goal in soccer, I like shifted the net over, low key, you just never knew it.
You're like the goalpost. You just turn around. You're painted white.
Yeah. Your whole cactus career, I was just like wearing a wig and I was like a different manager and host the whole time, just gassing you up, low key.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that'd be
that's so
great.
good. Where do we go from there?
Once again, imagination.
The next
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay, the next one. I treat everyone with kindness and sympathy.
I'm going 4.
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's stopping you from putting a 5? Ivan. Not everyone deserves kindness.
I feel like my default is kindness and sympathy. And then I almost feel like when I start caring about, well, maybe not caring about you more. There's definitely like a level that I'll hit where I'm like, okay, hold on. Like we need some real tough love going on here. And it's usually if I like really care about you. But I also think if I really don't care about you, I'm like, I won't treat you with anything less. But in my head, it's kind of back to the first question or whatever we had where, yeah, in my head, I'm not being kind to you and I'm not being sympathetic, but I probably will still treat you with kindness and sympathy.
Yeah.
But because I'm feeling that in my head, I dock myself a mark. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I kind of fall on the same line. I put myself as a neutral, like a 3. It's like not that I don't treat everyone with kind of sympathy. Like 100%, there's gonna be a bias. Like if I like you or we're friends, we build a relationship, like I would turn that answer to a 5. But in the same manner, if like let's say I didn't know you or vice versa, I put it as a neutral because it's not like I'm treating you poorly or I don't give you like that respect or kind of sympathy. But it almost feels like in a place where my heart where it feels not genuine but logical. It's a logical or the right thing to do versus like altruistically treating someone with kindness and sympathy.
Yeah, because what if they're mean to people you care about?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to like disrespect you or like give you less.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the high road, but at the same time, it's like not because it's like more thought out than meaningful.
Yeah.
That's why I put myself. As
You're
a
not
3.
just like kind for the sake of being kind.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah. Like I understand being civil or cordial with people.
Yeah.
And like just that's life, right? But yeah, that's why I put it as a 3 because I'm not like I'm not truly a kind and sympathetic person.
But you just have to treat them like that.
Yeah, I gotta treat them like that, I guess. See, I don't know, but then I
Yeah,
feel like
fair.
the way I'm interpreting the question
Yeah.
is like, do I treat everyone? I'm like, but like, sure, everyone gets it, but at the same time, it's not the same, you know? It's not the same.
We're only on page 1 of 5.
I'm telling you, there's 30 questions.
Okay.
We about to
Page
part
1.
3 this episode.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
We've already been recording for an hour.
Actually.
This is wild.
Holy.
A long episode.
Okay. Sean, what do you get?
I put myself as a 5 actually.
Okay.
I think I default to trying to see the best in people,
Fair.
trying to see the good and prop people up whenever I have an interaction with them.
Yeah.
So I don't think I ever go out of my way like trying to default to ripping people down.
Yeah. But do you feel like in the same manner with us is like you don't rip people down?
What's that smirk? Sorry, go on.
No, I was like you don't rip people down, but it's like you just do it like because you know no one should rip others down, but at the same time you're just this is like regulation once again. Like you just regulate yourself to treat people this way because it's like
I think it's like the thing to do. So I'm like, okay, treat
okay.
people with respect.
okay.
Like to start for sure. But I think even though like maybe I need to change my answer now that I'm like talking out
I think
loud.
you're like a polite person though.
I think you're polite. Yeah,
Maybe that's what
I'm
I'm
Yeah.
mistaking it
That's
for.
what
I think that's what I'm
It's
mistaking
like,
it
I think you're
for.
polite. You're very good. You're peasy, but it's like different with kindness and sympathy. A little bit.
Yeah.
I'll put you like a 4.
My
or a 3.
smirk was I feel like when you get comfortable is when you start making your jokes
Yeah.
and then your jokes could be perceived as unkind
Okay.
and not sympathetic.
Yeah.
But so are like all of us are
That's
like
all
that.
of us.
Yeah.
But it's also like
You two specifically.
you know what? It's an understanding amongst peers. You know, like There's a
You
level of
think.
comfort.
You
True,
think.
true.
But you never know.
It's us being aloof to other people.
Someone's going home and crying every night.
All right, let's get this going.
Yeah.
I get chores done right away.
Okay, let's all answer this at the same
Accurate.
time. Accurate.
Let's
we already
go.
know each other. I think we talked about this on another episode.
For
where
sure.
We're just chores people. We like to get things done. We're clean. That's what it is. I have
Okay.
a kind word for everyone. That kind of sense in the previous question.
Honestly, I feel like that's really accurate for me. Like, I feel like I am, like, almost all of my statements, if I'm, like, complaining about someone or if I had, like, a bad interaction with someone, I'll almost always end the conversation with, like, oh, but, like, I wonder if they're just having a really bad life, or, like, I don't know if it's a kind word for everyone, but, like, I kind of go back and I, like, try and have, like, empathy.
I was going to ask, like, is this an empathy question? Because, like,
yeah, like, I'm not necessarily being like, they're great, but I guess that's still kind.
Could also be like an optimistic way of looking at things.
Yeah.
Or just like a way, you can see, like, regardless of who they are, you still can see, like, a good in them. Like, you can at least say one good thing about everyone, even if they're not the greatest person to you, or you don't see them as the greatest person.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's not anyone I can think of that I, like, hate.
Yeah, hate's a strong word. I never like to use the word hate.
Yeah, I gave myself a 4 here.
Yeah.
I think for most people, there might be a couple, which is why I didn't give myself a 5. But I think vast majority of people, I can always find a good word about.
Yeah. I don't know. I have this weird thing where, like, I like 3s and 4s or 2s because it's like
Absolutes
the same
are
word.
hard.
Yeah, absolutes are hard. Like, you know, I hold the word love and hate very highly. Like, it's just like you say you love something, you love something. You hate something, like that's a choice, you know? Because there's like dislike and like, you know, like, and that's where majority of things fall. So some of those absolutes are so tough. It's like, what ifs, you know? It's so hard to be
To be
I'm skilled at handling social situations. I don't know why I feel like whatever answer I pick, Sam's going to say something.
I know. I feel like the same way. I feel like I have built up those social skills.
Yeah.
But there's times when
I know there's times.
too comfortable.
Yeah,
you know?
there are times where both of you are, like, on Mars.
I think, like, if I'm conscious and, like, choosing to be conscious about it, I think I'm like a 4 or 5. But, like, why I would probably lean more towards 4 because I know there's times where I'm like, oh, Ivan, you were
lost the
You were not aware.
You were not aware. You
were on another planet.
You should have not, like, we should rewind this whole day.
Yeah.
like this is not okay.
Let's delete that from everyone's
like,
memory.
if you could edit this in real life, you should.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Copy paste that description from you to me. That's
Okay.
exactly how I would say it.
Yeah.
I think I am skilled in handling social situations. I'm
Yeah.
going 5 out of 5.
I agree.
I'm going
Yeah.
skilled.
I think you're very
I
good
think you
at.
are skilled.
I don't know. I guess, like, yeah, you're very good at just
I'm very good with my words.
words.
I think.
Very. I don't know how, like, once again, lack of better words, like corporate approach.
Yeah,
like,
I think
corporifying
I'm pretty,
approach.
like, level-headed, and I think we've had this conversation before of, like, where it's. This is a really old conversation, and it's, like, not fully accurate, but kind of where it stems from is, like, I know that is the best. It's mostly in my favor. Like, I act that way because it actually benefits me. It's not necessarily like me being like, okay, let's make sure everyone feels super good. Yeah, it's a nice outcome, a nice bonus, but ultimately me being skilled in handling social situations makes me look better. So I prioritize that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's like a cause and result, but you try to manage the cause and result to be positive, but the end goal is just this same one direction.
Like the motivation is technically more selfish, but it has good effects for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the same as, like, businesses in general. Like, if you want to make the most profit, you have to be the most beneficial.
Yeah,
to
you're a
other
strong
people.
facilitator.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
technically you're profit oriented, right? Like your main
That's your main goal.
objective. Yeah. Guys, we're moving on to page 2.
Let's go. We speed round.
Oh shit! Accurate. I often feel anxious about what could go wrong.
The opposite, inaccurate.
Oh, gee. I'm a 5. I'm a 5 accurate. Yeah.
100% anxious.
Yeah, I feel
about
like
what
I don't
could
think
go
we'll have
wrong.
time for the anxiety quiz. Maybe we'll do that for another episode. But Yeah, you guys are anxious people. I got no anxiety.
Actually, wait, no.
got-
I'm anxious, but I'm not thinking about what could go wrong.
I think me over preparing is thinking what can go wrong and trying to prevent that. So not that I think it is going to, I just know it's a possibility and I'm going to go out of my way to make sure it's not a probable possibility.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4 out of 5 because I would consider myself a really optimistic person. Like, I'm always like, that's never going to happen. No worries. When people are like, but what if this happens? But I am anxious as a person.
I was going to say you're anxious.
But like, I have like social anxiety and like, I make myself anxious. But I'm not like,
Oh my
my flight's going to get canceled.
What if this happens?
Yeah.
What if I run out
But I'm
of
going to
here?
go 4 out of 5 because I'm sure that it still translates. Like,
In
what
some
could
way.
go wrong in here
Okay.
is
Do you
what I'm
guys-
anxious about.
Do you guys double knot your shoes?
Yeah, I do.
Depends.
See, not an anxious person.
I double knot my shoes because I don't untie them and retie them when I put them
Yeah.
on. So I'm just like sliding my foot in and
I don't know,
out.
how could I trust these shoelaces, you know?
See, I don't know.
He's
So you
never once had
trust
that.
these
Yeah, you gotta trust the shoes. See, I'm the same as Sam. Like,
That's different.
A lot of my shoes, I double tie them because you slide them on, you just pull the little heel thing in the back,
Yeah.
and put your foot
Like,
in.
I never want to tie them.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
But then there's some shoes like where I don't because like the length kind of makes it cute. You know, like
Or you tie it because they're too long. I do that.
yeah. 'Cause-
Okay, yeah.
Kind of makes
yeah.
it cute.
No, because sometimes you double tie, you're like you got like this little nub and like it's like
you're
a hole.
like, no,
that's
not
not
cute.
cute.
No.
Not cute. So sometimes I don't. Like, I gotta tie my shoe a little bit more for the
I
sake
don't know
of
why it was
aesthetic
so
and fashion.
endearing for you to say.
Sometimes.
He's like, it's kind of cute.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta tie a little.
Tie it into a bow.
Yeah,
Like
so-
you, instead of saying, "Oh, it doesn't look good," you're like, "It's not cute."
Not cute.
That's so good.
It's adorable.
Okay, what do we got next?
Oh damn! 5 out of 5 for Ivan on the next
I was
one.
gonna put 2.
What?
Okay, hear me out. It's the way I interpret this.
Sorry,
arguments-
it's I start arguments just for the fun of it.
Yeah, see, I start arguments for the fun of it. That's why I say I put a 2. Cause it's. Oh wait, sorry, wrong side of the scale.
What are you
Wrong
saying?
side of the scale. Oh, actually, wait. Sorry, I meant 4, not 2.
I was literally like, I'm about to start an argument just for the fun of
I
it,
know.
as to why you start arguments just for the fun of it.
It's not like arguments for the fun of it, because I like to like flesh it out and or try to better understand. But sometimes it's like people just don't want to like. Sometimes you don't need to explain more, right? Sometimes it's like easy, just hey, this is what it is. Can you just accept it? I'm like, but why? Tell me more. But it's not for fun. I'm never like, Sean, brown looks whack on you to, you know, like I'm not like that. But it's like, why'd you wear the brown shirt today? Oh, because I felt like it. But like, why did you feel about another color? And that could like be annoying or like whatever to people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think the fun of it is not like making fun of people. It's like you find like amusement or like you
Yeah.
enjoy it, you know? So if you do enjoy asking more questions and whatever, that is like still
That's why I put 4, because it's not like an argument. It's more like, more like, tell me more. Like, tell me more. But it's not an argument, but like, tell me more, and it's not for fun. It's more like out of pure curiosity.
Yeah. I'll like change the wording of it. I'll challenge things
Yes,
to get
challenge
my
is a good word.
dopamine burst.
Yeah.
That's so I'm a 5 on this one. I'm like challenging my mom and my girlfriend and everyone around me. They're like, why?
and it is
does-
for the fun of it.
They're
It
always
really
like,
is.
does this really have to be a competition? And I'm like, absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm going to
You're
win.
exhausting.
See, I don't
Yeah.
want to win. I just give me more till I run out of like whys and how comes and.
I'll admit to being wrong, but like even the engagement and the debate about it is more fun than the actual outcome if I'm right or wrong.
True.
It's like when dogs play with like the tug of war toy. That's
Yeah.
you and making random fucking
yeah.
arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 2 on this. I would put myself as a 1, but I definitely fall victim to the, you know, when like you see those videos of girlfriends who are like, do you even love me anymore? I definitely do shit like that.
Oh my
I'm like
God.
definitely doing whack ass shit like that. It's like I'm not making an argument. It's definitely like a bid for attention. But if you don't give me that bid for attention, I'm like, what's going on?
It gives you the wrong answer.
What's wrong?
You you love me if I'm a worm?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
And like, yeah, it's not like an argument, but it's definitely I want attention, and if you're not gonna give it to me, then we're gonna have an argument. And it started for fun, but it's gonna end badly.
That's a trap.
Try to clap, but got clapped back.
Stop, just give me attention.
That's like choosing violence.
Yeah.
The no
It's
mix up,
not.
mix up
The no mix up.
It's lighthearted if you just keep it lighthearted.
until you don't. Okay, next question. I often worry that I am not good enough. Or if I was a worm, would I still deserve love?
Yeah.
You guys got your answer?
Yeah,
I
I got my answer.
often worry that I'm not good enough.
Yeah. Put neutral. I don't think I worry per se, but I do cognitively think of like, am I good enough or do I have value to myself or to others? But it's not like a debilitating worry. It's like something I'll always reevaluate and ask myself. And then if it's like, oh, I could be better here, I want more of myself to be like this or this, then I'll like work towards that. But it's never like, oh man, I don't know, dude, I'm just not good enough. Yeah, it's never like that for me. This was like neutral. Yeah. It's not like I don't think about it.
Yeah, I did one below neutral, so 2. I think I'm good enough, but I'm always striving for more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think when I think of good enough, I'm like, that's like society's norm of what good enough is. And I think I meet that or even exceed that. But then my version of like enough might be more and I might not be meeting that. But I don't know if it's enough or the best, you know?
Yeah.
But to me, is that the best? Or is that enough? Is the best?
There's never enough, honestly.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like there's never enough because it's like, I jumped 4 feet, why not 5 feet?
Are you,
I made this
are
much
you
fucking
Kenough?
I am not enough.
I am Kenough. I gave myself a 1 here. I fixated on the word often.
Yeah.
So I do sometimes worry that I am not enough to meet my own standards, but I use that to fuel me and make myself better. So I don't get into that mode very often. When I do, I take all that I can from it, but it doesn't happen that frequently. Yeah, I always try to look at things optimistically.
Nice.
Okay. Nice.
I find it difficult to get to work. Is this a thing about me not driving?
I was like physically get to work? I'm going 2.
I'm a 1.
Like there are definitely times where if I have a lot to do, I have that kind of like paralysis. Where I'm like, I have so much to do. I really don't want to start anything. Or like I just kind of freeze a little bit. But that's usually short-lived and I will obviously get it done.
Yeah.
No probs. But not a complete 1.
Yeah. I'm a 1. It's like just like a sense of like a strong sense of duty thing in me. Like certain things where I'm like, I've just categorized in my head like you just gotta do it. Like it's like go to work, go to the gym, right? Like as much as sometimes you want to, it's like just do it. And it always gets better when you're there, you know it. So yeah, no, I don't find that hard. I do. I'm like, you gotta make money. You gotta do, or you gotta whatever you want. You gotta put in work. So just do it. I don't know. That's just how
Yeah,
my brain
you've always
works.
been really good at like, even if you don't necessarily want to, you'll still do it. I'm like a very torn. If I don't want to, I'm like, why do I do it then? but I have to do it.
Ivan's like one of his greatest skills, I feel, or my perception, is you can flip switches in you to do certain things,
Yeah.
and it's always like, oh yeah, go time, boom.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. The Shia LaBeouf is in my head.
Your inner monologue is Shia LaBeouf. That's crazy. I give myself a 2 here. I sometimes procrastinate, but generally, if I think it's important and I try to only do things that I think are important, or else I can like delegate it, yeah, I don't have too much of a problem.
Getting to work is hard when you have ADHD sometimes, you know.
We should
Yeah,
do an
it's
ADHD
true.
quiz.
It's true.
True.
Next episode.
Okay, next question.
Whoa.
I stay in the background. I gave myself a 1 here. Inaccurate. I don't like to stay in the background.
Yeah.
I like to... It's not that I always want to be the star of the show, but if I think something is important, I want to speak up and I want to be heard enough. I want my share of input, or to steer the course. I want to let my impact be known.
Yeah.
I said 2. This one's like tough because I want to be heard, and I do have tendencies of like wanting to be this. I don't know. When I say center of attention, that's tough because I don't like it when people are looking at me, but I also like people to perceive me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
You need to perceive me.
I want to be like seen and heard, but don't look at me.
That's why I put number 2. Going back to like this.
Sam's like this. She's like, oh no.
I'm so confused.
Like the way I put it, it's like going back to like the supporting thing. It's like this. Let's say there's a movie, right? I don't want to be the main lead, but I also don't want to be background character number 5. I want to be like the lead's like friend or sidekick. Like I'm there. I'm always there.
Yeah.
I'm not the main character, but I'm part of the main character's crew. You know? Yeah. Could be his love interest. Could be whatever. Like you're there, but you're not like the star of the show. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the same way as how I feel about me as a content creator. I would never want to be the most famous content creator, but I don't want to be not a content creator.
don't
You
be
know?
famous.
So like I still want to be like perceived, but not as much as like
I don't want to
you
be the
could
top
really-
of the A-list. I want to be like mid to lower.
Yeah,
pack of
I
the
want people
A-list.
to really not
But I still
care
wanna
about
be in
me.
the A-list.
But like they don't care about what I'm doing. They don't care about any part of my life, but they enjoy watching my shit.
Yeah.
Because once you get to the next level, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't want too much attention.
Don't look too much. Yeah, exactly. Don't watch me.
Yeah.
But see me.
Yeah. I don't like my birthday, but I like going to birthdays.
I don't like my birthday, but I want you to like my birthday.
Next question. There are many things that I do not like about myself.
I'm gonna go in like 1 because there are not many things
Yeah.
that I do not like about myself.
That's the way I
there
thought
are
of it
a
too. There's things I
couple.
don't like about myself.
Yeah.
Well, not many things. Yeah, put 1 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I give myself 1 as well. I'm pretty happy with myself, and I've also been able to change certain things over time. So that has been nice.
That's so nice for us. We like ourselves.
ourselves.
Wait, what? Didn't we just?
No, they're like the reverse. They're like the reverse. So I mean, we can kind of blast through this. Honestly,
I seldom feel blue.
I feel like it's for time reason too. Like,
Okay.
I think we can quickly kind of do this. Like,
Yeah.
seldom
why
feel
don't-
blue is the opposite of I often feel blue. So you kind of do the inverse of what you got. Like, I'm like a
Yeah, seldom feel
4.
blue. Yeah, I gave myself a 4 as well.
4. Yeah, 4.
Next one, I do not like art.
art.
That's just a 1 inaccurate.
Yeah. Why don't we just like skip to the next interesting one and then answer all the other ones?
Yeah.
I stop what I'm doing to help other people. We've already kind of done.
Yeah. Change my plans frequently. Did we kind of talk about
No,
that?
I don't think we
No,
have.
let's do that one.
I change my plans frequently.
No, bro.
Ooh.
I'm type
No,
A. I'm type A. I get annoyed if things don't go to according
I
to plan.
100% agree.
Yeah.
Especially growing older, like when I'm meeting up with my friends or I'm trying to see family or planning a dinner date, my calendar it's a month in advance.
I know, exactly. Okay, I made a video about this recently online. I'm getting blasted for. I'm getting absolutely blasted. But I'm like, dude, if I made a plan that is locked and loaded unless I fall ill and I'm feeling like absolutely terrible by myself.
Yeah.
I'm not just bailing or moving it around. Like that was golden free time that I carved out.
To me, that's willy nilly. Okay, I ain't about that. It's
No.
like I said I'm gonna do. I grew up by this. If you say you're gonna do something, just do it. Just do it.
See, that's your thing again.
You know what I realized? Damn, yeah, because that's what my mom used to tell me. Like, if don't
looking at your Nike swoosh on your phone.
just do it. It's all coming to it. Just do it. Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, because my mom used to always be like, if you're not gonna do it, just don't say it. Right?
Yeah, that's what have you seen, there was this video going around being like, why do some guys, like when you're dating them, tell you things that they were about to do?
Bro.
I was going to get you that. oh yeah, I thought about asking you if you wanted to do that, but they don't actually do it.
yeah.
They're telling
do
you
it.
that they thought about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's way worse.
That's way worse.
Don't tell me that.
Save it for next time. Do it
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
Buy it next
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like, what do you want us to say? Thank you for
Oh,
thinking
wow.
about that and not following through. Like, that's such a weird thing. And that's happened to me before. Like, oh yeah. Like somebody once, I was seeing them, and for my birthday, they were like, yeah, I was going to get you those shoes. Going to get you.
But
a
did they
pair
get
of
you something
shoes.
else?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
See, I can understand. It's like I was gonna get you those shoes, but I thought these ones are cuter.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
or but it was just.
No. It was
Yes.
so odd. I was like,
See, when I hear that, it just seems like like you're trying to just cover up for like the lack of whatever happened.
you're trying to tell me that you thought about it. Like, don't worry, you didn't just blank.
Mm-hmm.
And that should equal the same as if I actually did
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I'm
like-
it's
No.
way worse. I would way rather not know you even thought about it
Yeah,
than
yeah,
know
yeah.
you thought about it and
Agreed.
chose not to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no.
Okay, next one. I am often troubled by negative thoughts.
Just go, the bees. I got.
I'm troubled by thoughts. They're not negative.
Yeah, that's how I would put it.
I put up one.
Yeah,
I'm
inaccurate.
not troubled. I got no
I
demons.
feel comfortable with myself.
I'm
I'm
not
going
like a hero.
4 with comfortable with myself.
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm pretty 5 actually. Pretty comfy.
Yeah, I put 5 for accurate, comfortable with myself.
Yeah.
Self-acceptance is good.
Avoid philosophical discussions. Inaccurate. I actually love philosophical.
Philosophical.
Yeah.
I think
Like
this is
meaning of
one of
life?
the reasons. Not like we're deep philosophers, but I feel like gaining more of an understanding is kind of
Like
even why we
purpose.
do this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I love these questions because especially as you get older too, and at least for me, it's like the more I started reading about these things about like stoicism or even just introspective stuff, you realize that so many conversations you've had with people or like even friends, you realize like what's your relation and how much do you know them, right? Like are we bonded by time or like just by familiarity, or even just partying or whatever it is, versus like, yeah, I've known you 20 years, but like to what depth?
I feel like our friend group really went through that over
Yeah.
COVID because before COVID, obviously we could just do a bunch of stuff together and like have fun together, but we weren't actually talking about anything
Yeah.
and like getting to know each other. And then during COVID, there was nothing to do. So then it was like us realizing that we had to talk about stuff and like get to know each other and also realize we didn't really know that much about each other. And then there was and now look at us.
And
Yeah.
also, we were doing a lot less, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not just meet after a time. Everyone catches up on what
Yeah.
they have been doing or what they've seen. We're all doing nothing.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, I guess we are the topics now.
Yes, that's so true.
We had a long small talk phase in our friendship.
Yeah.
Now we're like, yeah, because
It's just silly, goofy
silly
all the
goofy
time.
all the time.
Nice. We're at page 3 of 5.
Okay, this one's different. It's rate each word according to how well it describes you.
Oh,
So original, accurate.
yeah, that's totally gonna feel like you're gonna say accurate.
Yeah, I feel like that's all I strive for is being original.
I'm neutral.
Oh, you're neutral.
I don't know. I feel like I was thinking. I know I'm not 5. I was really having between 4 and 3. I think like in a lot of ways in life and everything, I like you're an amalgamation of everything, which is at like what point is original? Because I think when it comes to like the way I dress or like my hobbies, it's like it's influenced by something. So I'm like, I don't know if it's completely original. I'll have my own thoughts and this and that, but I'm sure it stems from something.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I was thinking of it for you, I'm like, I ain't never seen no one like you.
There's only one of me, one of one.
I can't imagine 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I gave myself a 4 here, so more towards accurate. Yeah, I get what you're saying about like all the influences that you have. They all take part, but I also like to stand out. So somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Ooh, systematic.
Accurate.
Accurate. I'm a 5 here. I love systems.
I love
love
systems.
regulations.
I love like law. Like I just love order. Like if when we were talking about like free flow or like a box system, give me the box system. I like predictability. I like just things being 1 + 1 = 2. I'm okay with that.
Even when we were talking about chopping vegetables,
Yeah.
things like that, there's a system. It makes sense. You do it. Boom.
Order of operations.
Order of operations.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
it.
I'm going 4 because I agree, but I also feel like I challenge systems sometimes, but I like a system, but I don't always like all systems. I'm going a little less.
I like that, but I think even looking to improve systems is part of the systems.
Yeah, true, actually.
Okay, let's go accurate then.
Shy. One. I don't think any of us are shy. Actually, Sam could be shy. Sam is shy. Sean, I don't think you're shy.
I don't know if I'm shy. I'm like socially awkward.
I'm bashful. I'm cute.
Stop.
Yeah, I gave myself a 2 here. I have to think in social circumstances.
Yeah, I'll give myself a 2 as well.
But that's something I can get over.
Yeah.
It's like a wall, but the wall's not that high.
I gave myself 5.
It's just like a little,
shy.
a little bush.
5?
You're like,
Just want to make sure my shoelaces look cute.
I'm so curious what you guys put for soft-hearted.
Soft-hearted.
I'm going neutral.
Yeah, same. See, I'm gonna say, no, everyone.
Then I'm going 4. Then if you're fucking neutral,
I feel like everyone is gonna judge, like, because it's like, oh, Ivan is very transparent, very blunt, very true. I am, but I feel like it comes once again from a place of comfortability or an understanding, but at the same time where it's like that I do have moments where I've seen myself, or times where, like, to be a little bit more understanding or a little bit more, I guess, yeah, just softer when need be. Like, even thinking about myself as like a parent, like I would be a soft, hard parent, like strict, the rule, like in terms of like what needs to be done, it needs to be done. Rules are rules, this and that. But at the same time, I understand if things need time, or like sometimes circumstances isn't right. That's fine. I'm not gonna beat you over it, but at the same time, so it's like hard but firm. That's the way I see it. I'm hard but firm.
Okay, that's fair. I gave myself a 4 here.
Soft but firm. Hard but firm sounds
hard.
double hard. Yeah. Soft but firm.
Sunny side up.
Soft but firm. Soft but firm.
Yeah, I gave myself a 4 here. Somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm pretty soft.
No, Sean, you and I are the same people.
And what am I? 5?
I would say you're 4.
I think I'm 4.
You're 4. Sean,
I've got dog to 3.
Sean, you are like me. You're soft but firm.
Okay.
Like you have like the way, for example, like you'll have like the way you certainly think. You're like this, and you're down to grill someone for it. But at the same time, you still understand it, but you'll grill them for it.
But in that way, so if it comes from being soft and caring for someone, but you're acting hard, does that mean you're not soft-hearted?
No, see, that's not being soft-hearted. That's soft but firm. That's like the where your laptop at.
The place it comes from is being soft, but the way you're acting on it is still because you care, but you're more direct with it.
I'm confused by soft heart. Like, I've never really heard that. Like, you usually hear like cold hearted or warm hearted, but soft hearted, I'm confused.
I'm thinking soft hearted as like, let's say,
like, I feel like things pull at your heartstrings, don't they?
I don't know. I'm thinking soft hearted as like
what heartstrings?
Okay,
I almost put it down to a 2 when you said that. Okay, I can live with 3. I think 3 is.
Yeah, I'm going 4. I think deep down I am like so mushy gushy hearted.
Yeah.
But I think I put on like this front.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm almost becoming a 2 here.
No. Okay. This is my idea of soft-hearted. Okay. Let's say
Pull the
we're gonna
dictionary.
use an example. Let's say your kid fell, right? Or your kid dropped the cup. It's like soft-hearted, like 5 soft-hearted. Be like, oh my god, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Oh my god, let me check you. Blah blah blah. Soft but firm is like, how the hell you dropped the cup? But are you okay? And then the other side is, how'd you fuck up?
My instinct is like the hardwood floors.
Yeah. Or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that.
You're soft-hearted to your apartment.
Oh.
So like that, I feel like that's a scale. It's like,
Okay.
I yell at you because I love you. I yell at you and I don't yell at you.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm a.
That's why I put myself as there. I'm a software. I beat you because I love you. Because
Not that.
I don't know. That's what my parents told me. Okay. They're like, I'm hitting you because you're better than this. Yeah, Mom, you're right.
Oh no.
The next one.
The next one is tense.
Like,
This is weird. I'm like one of the most laid back, but
Yeah.
most
Me too.
uptight
Me
people that you could ever imagine. Do I just? I guess I put it right in the middle.
Like,
How in any way do my next tense for
yeah,
sure.
I put 3. Like, I think in, like, with people and social things, like, I'm so laid back. I'm loosey-goosey. But at the same time, when it comes down to, like, once again, what needs to be done, work, I'm tense. I'm like, it's like, ooh, it's game time, you know? I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, I think as an anxious person, I can't go any more than 3. So I'm going 3.
Yeah. I think I'm on both polar ends, so I have
think,
to be in the
yeah,
middle.
I think the reason why we are the way we are is because we have such like internal tension, I guess, between our two opposites.
Yeah.
Like laid back, but also like tense.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Then we're really optimistic, but we're also like really planful and like all these things. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, inquisitive. I think
What's the definition of that?
You're inquiring. You're
Yeah.
trying to get a deeper understanding.
understanding.
You're asking questions.
Curious.
Yeah, curious. Yeah,
I'm a 5.
I put myself a 5.
Yeah.
I love learning things. I
Yeah,
love
same.
learning why, and then
Why.
challenging them.
That's why it goes back to the argument thing. I'm like 100%. Just tell
I'm
me
gonna go
why.
4.
Nice. Forgetful.
1.
I'm gonna go 2.
I got a strong memory.
I'll
I have
go
a-
2 here.
Yeah, I have a strong memory, but I have noticed there have been. I forgot my bag in a restaurant the other day. There's been moments like as I get older where I'm like, I can't remember. Yeah,
It's also just more to process
There's
as
more
an
to
adult.
think
There's
about,
more to
yeah.
think about. Yeah. Not everything can be in the front of your mind at once.
Reserved.
Reserved.
2.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put 2. Sean, yeah, I feel like you and I are floating in the same boat here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm too reserved. I think I'm a 2
I'm a 2.
here.
I'm not
as
like
well.
completely unreserved, time and place, but I don't think I'm like a nun about it. Like,
I feel like I'm pretty reserved. Maybe 3.
yeah, you're like a 3 or 4 to me.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I don't think any of us are like
Yeah.
super. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreeable.
Like, am I agreeable as a person, or do I agree with others? What does that mean?
What's the difference between what you just said?
Like, are you an agreeable person? Like, as in, like, most times people agree with what you do or say or who you are, or are you like the person who agrees with others? Like, oh yeah, Sean.
Are you a morally upstanding guy, or are you a yes man?
Yeah, I guess
No, I think it's if you are agreeable with others.
neutral.
Yeah, I'm putting myself neutral. I like to prod others, but it's not because I want to say that they're wrong. I just want to understand why.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
No.
gonna give myself a 4.
I'm a neutral. I think like through life and have meeting enough people and being in a situation. Yeah, one thing I've realized in life, there's always gonna be someone who doesn't like you. Or like maybe you guys don't, not to say it doesn't like you, just you guys don't vibe or mesh the same way, even if you might say you're like a socially outstanding person or like social butterfly, whatever. It's just no matter who you are, there's always gonna be one person. It's like a YouTube video. 1,000 likes, you're gonna have one dislike. So I think to say 5, like accurate, unagreeable, like nah. Like, I'm gonna rub some shoulders the wrong way, but that's just life.
Next one, nervous.
Inaccurate.
Yeah, I'm going inaccurate.
I'm going 1.
Sometimes I get nervous to present things.
But I think that's like a natural, normal feeling. You're gonna feel a little nervous or anxious, but it's like, I guess it depends on how fast you get over it. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it doesn't stop me, but I do feel nervous sometimes.
I put myself a 4 here.
Like you're a
Whoa.
nervous being.
I think that innately, if I'm not prepared for something, then I'll be super nervous. So I go out of my way to really prepare so that that doesn't come across to people. But it's always my anxiety that will make me do extra preparation so that in front of people I can be confident, but I don't start confident, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
Creative, accurate.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm pretty creative. I think I'm 5
we're all-
creative. I
yeah.
like creating. I think it's fun.
I think
It's
we're all
fulfilling.
creative. It's just we chose different avenues of creation. But yeah, I think we're all creative. I think we're all artsy people in one way or another.
Trying to create these fat stacks, you know?
I'm a wizard with Snapchat.
Self-disciplined.
It's tough. I feel like I'm in between a 3 and a 4.
I'm a 5.
I want to go 4 because I think I'm more than average. but I definitely fluctuate. Like it's either I will end up doing it, but I might procrastinate a bit.
Okay.
Because again, it goes back to like if I don't want to, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that's the
should
thing. I'm like,
I?
if I want to, I always will.
Yeah.
But I don't want to today.
I know.
Yeah. I give myself a 4 here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely not a 5, but more than in the middle.
I'm a 5.
That's
I
yeah, I
hold
agree.
myself
Yeah, fair.
Oh, by the way, 1 pot fried rice, 2 weeks in, great. I love it.
How many meals a day
Twice. And that's all I eat.
This is like a tangent, but Ivan will pick one, not even one like cuisine, just one singular dish and only eat it forever.
I don't know. It's just easy. Like I've now optimized no
Like,
longer.
where's the question about that? I need to know.
Yeah.
Self-discipline.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I thought. Yeah. So I keeping you guys updated. 2 weeks in,
It's crazy.
I haven't gotten tired of it yet. It feels great. Rice, some sauce, some chicken, my mixed veggies. Cook it in 1 pot. Split into 2 meals. Chef's kiss.
Outgoing.
5.
I'm gonna go 3. I think I'm outgoing appearing, but truly inside.
How am I like anxious outgoing? I don't understand how I've crafted this archetype.
I know. I'm curious what they're gonna say for us.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Like you're lying to
they're
yourself.
gonna be like you're
Yeah.
confused.
It's like once again, I think it's like that you guys once again both admit like an aura of outgoingness. It's just you guys are so good at hiding what's inside. It almost feels like we never knew you were anxious to begin
Yeah.
with, or maybe you had it. You're like, oh, I don't know.
Surprise!
When will my reflection show?
You guys take too much of it. We'll get DMCA.
Don't worry, the pitch is not going to match. No one's going to copyright strike it.
You're like, what was
No,
that?
they said on DMCA, they just defamation. I was like, this thing is so bad, you're ruining it.
It was I'm protected under parody, right?
Yeah, the Parody Act.
Charitable.
Charitable.
I think I'm a 4.
I'm a 4. I love to give. I'm down. Never too stringent on gift giving or like when it comes to friends and money and stuff. But
Oh, I'm right in the middle. I feel like I will give others something, but a lot of the time that is in some way to benefit myself.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not giving to them, but I'm giving to them because of me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm charitable because it makes me feel good about myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. It's like what is it? There's like that psychological debate where it's like how I think there's only like one animal. Actually, no, I don't think there's any animal that's like that truly has true altruism. And like there's people who argue like no, like I do. I give money to like homeless people. And that's one debate. But like, okay, do you give it because you truly give it out of like the whole hardness of your heart, or is it because you know you feel good or like it's the right thing to do? Because even in a small aspect, there's something that you get back in return, which eliminates the factor of true altruism, right? Even if it's not like monetary, it's little, like you get some satisfaction from it, then it's no longer a truly peerless act. So,
But at the same time, I think it speaks more volumes that you feel good about helping other people.
but then it's like, okay, you feel good about helping people, but in like, now how twisted does it get though?
Well, it depends on what makes you feel
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Does
yeah.
it make you feel good because other people saw you do that?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel good because like you can now go to sleep at night knowing that you're a good person or like whatever? Like what does it signal for you? So I think that depends.
But then like going with that's like, okay, well now I'm doing this because it makes me feel like I'm a good person, so I keep doing it, and then I can sleep at night. But
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
then I go stab people on the side.
yeah, or like at one point like where it's like I'm just doing this to like band-aid that feeling versus like, oh okay, I'm just like, oh, I'm such a good person, let me just keep giving money to these people versus like, no, like this is just the right thing to do, you know.
Or I do this, another person gets lifted up, and that makes me happy.
You receive something back.
But if receiving,
But you feel good about like as opposed
But not-
to feeling
not that-
nothing.
yeah, I feel like we could talk on this one for
sure,
a long
sure.
time.
And that's
Yeah.
where like that whole psychological debate goes, because people argue it's like no, it's this, but then they're like, but then you're doing it because you're making yourself feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
True.
then are you doing it because it's truly a just act, or is it because you wanted to feel good about helping others? You know?
I think at the end of it, if you're human and you have feelings, like you are going to have some sort of feeling to anything that you do. So I actually don't think that exists where you can just like do something
for the sake
of just doing something. Like you will have a response to it in some way, shape, or form. So I don't think you can just like, you're not like a robot that's like, here you go.
I
Like
feel nothing.
You will
nice.
have some sort of like chemical response to that.
Yeah.
So
that's why true altruism doesn't exist.
Yeah. Okay. Next one is moody. I am inaccurate. I am not moody.
How many times are we gonna ask this about
accurate.
imaginative?
Yeah, I think we skipped these.
Accurate,
We've talked about
organized,
them.
accurate, talkative,
Organized.
100%.
Organized is one.
But that's like the same thing as the other one
Planful.
we talked about when it came to like planning and like things going on. I think
5 out of 5.
Yeah, 5 out of 5.
I'm like chaos, but I'm organized. I love systems, but I'm a little crazy in the way I do things sometimes. So I gave myself a 4 here.
Yeah,
Okay,
fair.
Yeah.
fair.
Talkative, gave myself a 5 there. Humble.
4.
I'm not too humble.
I'm a 3. I'm not like super humble. Like I want some respect put my name when well earned deserve, you know. And like I 100% have a little bit of ego in the gym sometimes, but like at the same time I'm humble where it's like, how do I describe it? It's like I don't care per se about like needing people to like admire everything I do or like show off to others, but it's also at the same time where if you were gonna question it, put some respect on my name, you know, or you're gonna give me attitude about something. Oh, let me show you what's up, but never like look at me, or like, oh, look what I can do. Yeah. So put like a 3.
I think I'm prideful of myself. I know I work hard and I have accomplishments that are important to me, so that kind of fuels me. So I know that it's not always humble, but it kind of keeps me going in a good way. It's like a cycle that keeps fueling itself.
What number did you give yourself?
I gave myself a 2 there.
Yeah, fair.
I'm either a 3 or a 4, but I think it's kind of similar to what I've said before, where I'm humble because I want to be perceived as humble. Because I know that's like the better trait to have. Like I was like, am I humble because I also am very prideful of my work and I like know I'm doing well.
Yeah.
But I won't like just talk about it. But I do like when other people talk about it.
Right. But then you don't.
But I won't talk about it
because you know that's not.
Because that's like
Like,
cocky.
yeah,
I'm not trying to be cocky.
You're aware. You're so aware.
Like
That's where your dilemma
I think that's
comes in.
my whole MO is like I'm just so aware of like everything, and I can't tell if I'm doing things because I naturally am going to do them or because I'm just aware that I should be doing them.
You're not aware of why you're aware.
Oh,
Crazy.
Whoa.
Next one here, pessimistic. I put
Inaccurate.
accurate. Page 4.
Okay.
I have a lot to say. Accurate 5. We all have a podcast. This is why we're here. We have a lot to say.
Yeah, we do.
I enjoy going to art museums.
I'm going 2.
Yeah, 4.
I gave myself a 4 here.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I like all forms of museums. History and stuff more so, yes, than art. But I'll go to a nice art.
I only like fashion museums.
I never think to
that
go,
art kind of
but when I
art?
do go, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I always make good use of my time.
Always is a tough statement.
Always is tough.
Always.
I'm going 2. It's not always. Well, maybe 3.
I gave myself a 3 here.
I'm going 4. Like, yeah, always? No.
I love a rot.
Yeah.
I love a rot.
Yeah, and this is kind of hard because it's what you're putting on yourself, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes that decompress is a good use of your time because it makes your productive time that much better.
Yeah.
So who's to say, right?
I spend a lot of time on TikTok though.
But part of
Hey, resting.
R&D,
Hey.
you know?
Yeah.
R&D.
Sure.
I am interested in the meaning of things.
Yeah, like
Yeah?
a 4. Yeah.
I gave myself a 4 here too.
4.
Ooh, I avoid taking on a lot of responsibility. That is
Ooh.
inaccurate. I
Inaccurate.
need to be better at taking on less, I think.
Avoid taking on a lot of responsibility.
I always want a piece of it. I'm like, ooh, it's
Yeah.
important. It's fun. Let me get my hands on that.
Oh, that's not why I'm doing it.
Yeah, I think like a young Ivan, like I think you guys seen this too, where it's like I used to love organizing and doing all these things. I've definitely taken a step back because I used to like, yeah, I want to be a person involved. I don't mind the response to give it to me, and I'm like, now I'm just so busy and tired. So like to say like I don't mind, like don't get me wrong, I like I don't mind responsibility. But now I just know where like I want to draw my line, which is like, is that avoiding or is that just knowing your limit and playing within it? So I'm like,
Well, I think you're avoiding taking on a lot
yeah. So I guess
in order to stay within your limit.
So
I think that's accurate.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you want to do that.
Self-awareness as well.
Yeah.
This is what I can do to a high level, so I won't take on more because that'll tarnish what I'm able to put out and be proud of it.
That makes sense.
See, I don't like to draw attention to myself is like such a torn statement for me. Because on one hand, I have a social media platform and I like people watching my videos, but at the same time, don't ever put me on like a stage in front of people. Like, don't ever put me on a panel. Don't ever like
Look at me, but not too long.
exactly. Yeah, there's something like I am fine with you looking without me knowing.
So you only want to put out the edited version of yourself.
But
Is
not even
that it?
that. It's not like I don't want to see you looking at me.
Okay, that's different than what I thought.
Like, I'm okay with being on live because I can't see that you're looking at me, even though like I know someone is looking at me. I don't
creepy, not
see
direct.
it.
Don't
And
look at me in
it's
the
not
eyes.
like I like overproduce my videos or anything like that. Like, it's like, here it is. It's pretty raw.
It's like, I like attention, but not eye contact.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I want to be heard, but don't stare at me.
That's
so
so
confusing.
unique.
Yeah.
I
That's so
know.
unique.
Like, I don't
so
even know where to put
confusing.
myself in here. Like 3, I guess.
I feel like 3. Neutral is like, cause you're
Yeah, I'm like
torn.
confused.
I put myself inaccurate. I feel like I draw attention to myself sometimes. I'm fine with that, even though I'm a shy girl.
I'm 2. I'm 2. Like, I'm down. Not too much, but I'm down.
I feel I am better than other people.
I can't even lie. 5 out of 5 accurate. Like, I genuinely think I'm better than people. But okay,
Change your humble score. Change your humble
in
score.
my mind, I don't think I always felt like this, but the older I get, the more I realize the types of people that are out there, and I definitely think I'm better than 50% of the people, like above average. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I've had these thoughts growing up to where it's like, at first it started off with like, are me and my friends just like, are we a little special?
Oh, I think about that of our friends.
Right? Like,
as well.
are we like, there's no way. Like, when you break down things in percentile, like, the percentage of people, like, us getting to a certain point and being able to do this and that, even like when it comes to sports, like, playing at a certain level, we're like, this is not a common thing, is it? At first, because I thought growing up, you're like, it's common. And then now I'm like, wait, it's not as common as you think it is. Then I'm like, are we lucky? Or are we
People ain't got it like that.
are we like special here? And then as I get older, I'm like, no, I think there is a divide a little bit. There is a divide. To say I'm the best of the best, no, because there's always
Yeah,
you know,
no, it doesn't say that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
but to
I'm
say,
better
like,
than
I'm
other people.
Better than other people. In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Like, everyone has their strong suits, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I give myself a 4 here. And that's just how I feel.
I feel I'm a better like citizen than other people, but I wouldn't say like I think I deserve more than other people.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I think I want to go 4 as well. Yeah.
Okay, next one here.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I make friends easily.
Yeah.
I'm right in the middle on this. I have great friends, but a lot of them are long-term friends. I can meet people and get along with them pretty much right away, but it's hard for me to turn that into another lifelong friend.
Yeah. Yeah, and it kind of goes down to like, you know, the word friends is such an umbrella term, right? Friends, close friends, party friends, like work friends, you know? I'm treating it as like, how easily do I make a stranger into someone who's in a friendly relationship with me. Depending on the degree, I'll go 5.
Yeah. Because it's like partly like your likability.
Yeah.
Which I think we're all likable. I agree with you in the sense that like I used to be very tunnel vision of what I considered a friend. Like we had to have crossed a certain threshold of closeness before we're like true friends. So if I was still using that threshold, then probably not, because I want to get to like a certain level of depth. But I think from like your perspective, yeah, like I feel like I can quickly become like friendly and like comfortable around other people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I think like close friends is like, that's like a time thing.
Yeah.
Time and effort, and like that's
We gotta
so
go
hard to
through
do.
some shit together.
Yeah. Like there's a reason why that's limited.
Yeah,
You know?
true. Next one, I make plans and stick to them. 5, accuracy.
Yeah, I agree.
Love it. Next one, I am not interested in abstract ideas.
Inaccurate.
I put 1 here, inaccurate. I love that outside the box thinking.
Yeah.
I think it progresses things. Next one here, I criticize other people.
I'm going 4.
I'm going 4. I want to say 3.
I think
or 4.
I'm a pretty
not 5.
critical person.
I am. Yeah, it's like I don't want to use the word judgmental, but it's just like I'll always have something to critique or think about. It's not have to be necessarily bad or per se. It's just something that just always pops in my head. I'm like,
I think it's also a very like Asian household thing.
yeah, it comes down to like optimization in my brain. I'm like, that could be a little bit better.
Yeah.
That could be a little bit. You could have done this a little bit of this and that.
Yeah, for me, it's not to criticize and take down. For me, it's to analyze and make better.
Yeah.
I put myself a 5 here because I don't criticize. I guess it can have a negative connotation, but I'm choosing to view it in a positive way.
Yeah.
Do you guys see this video? Not to attack you guys, so don't take it as that, but also take it as that
already.
if you want.
I feel criticized.
There's this video that was like, if you think you're a really logical argumenter,
Debater.
you think you always like come from a place of logic, it might be because you just lack empathy. So you can just like really look at it like that because you're not taking in human emotion.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think that's part of it. I think that's part of it. Something that I'm growing out of, but something I definitely like come from.
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of things is like I would say I'm a logical person. I wouldn't say I like. It took time to discover like the amount of empathy I had in me and realize like, hey, there's this. I still tackle things logically. It goes like logic, and then okay, this is it. Now, if I'm talking to a person, now let's think about how the other person would feel. And then perceive that into my logic. Yeah.
So logic is the first filter.
Yeah.
And sometimes things don't get through to the next one.
It's like, oh, Sean, 1 + 1 is 2. And you're like, no, 1 + 1 is 3. I'd be like, no, this is what it is on a calculator. But then pause. Oh, what if Sean was raised his whole life believing 1 + 1 is 3? That's why he believes that. Okay. So I'd be like, hey, Sean, maybe this is why you feel this way. This is this. I'll talk to you about it. And then like, oh, interesting. So that's fair the way you feel. Let me show you on a calculator, though.
You're fucking wrong.
Quick maths.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. I don't talk a lot. All of us are putting inaccurate. Next one. I enjoy
ideas.
hearing new ideas.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, accurate.
Yeah.
I'm a
5.
serial consumer of the new. Whether it be like just the dopamine that was sliding on a TikTok or new videos, I need that new. I want
That
fresh.
new. Yeah.
That's important to people to be on time. Well,
Sorry, it's important to me that people are on time.
sorry. I got really ahead of myself here because I just...
That is pretty accurate for me.
Very accurate for me. So accurate. I wish more people...
I wish more people in this room specifically felt that.
How important it is.
I can't even describe to you how many times I would sit in this apartment waiting for these 2 boys to show up. And I know it's Sean.
Are the on-time people in this room with us right now?
Dude, the amount of times where, like, yeah, it's just the amount.
You're
like,
done.
It'd be like, hey, I'm coming at 5:30. He starts getting ready at 5:30. It doesn't make any sense. Today you're pretty good though. You actually came on time to where you said you were, but
I was shocked when you
going
guys
up with
buzzed. I was
Sean.
like, oh,
I am trying more. It's something I'm actually trying to be more prepared and more on time. And it's fucked up because I know I'm not on time, but I also really value people being on time in the weird fucked up way. So that's just something, it's like something I value, and my skill in this department is lacking, so I'm trying to get it back up. Right. So I put myself a 4 here.
Okay, yeah.
I think at the end of the day, what that means is Sean values his own time.
Yes.
And that's why I'm trying
true.
It's true. And I'm trying to change that a little bit more to be more fair to other people. Okay. We got here.
Page 5 is short answer.
Damn, I wasn't ready for this part of the test.
No, I think this is just a survey that they're doing. Media preference survey.
Can we skip this?
Yeah, it's optional.
Score it.
Next. Okay. Where is it?
Unlock it.
Unlock my full report. I knew this would happen. Hey, I feel like we still got a lot to talk about here.
Yeah.
$29?
Wait, what?
Sean literally said at the beginning of this episode, I wonder if we're going to get to the end and then they're going to make us pay.
No, we still have a lot to discuss here. They're giving us the report.
I didn't.
I'm going to start first.
Oh my God, wait. Where did mine go?
Oh, no. Can you go back? Oh, you're good. Go back again.
Oh,
yeah, we did.
Okay.
We
holy shit.
Honestly, there was one point, I think we were talking about something like being on time or something, and my hand got sweaty. And then it it put a mark on my screen, and then my screen froze. So I was low-key just scrolling. I was like, no. Okay, let's let's go by each facet and then just say what we scored.
Okay.
So openness, this is my, is it
wait,
organized?
where are you seeing this?
It's the graph on top here.
Okay.
So is it organized by the top skill, or is it just openness?
No, I think it's just in order, the same order, because mine starts with openness as well.
Okay, so let's everyone openness. Ivan, what did you score?
Sorry.
Openness.
Mine is 90. Sorry, I'm trying to find a way to
Zoom.
No, to
unlock.
Yeah, like the cheaty way. So you guys don't mind me, guys. I'm trying to tech support over here.
Make sure you don't lose that page.
Yeah. But I got a 90. 90 in openness.
I'm 85.
I'm a 92.
Whoa.
Openness, yeah.
Is there like a definition somewhere?
I'm also looking for that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. It's interesting. Like it doesn't give you like a name, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, here are your scores.
Mm-hmm.
Although it kind of tells you a little blurb. Okay. Conscientiousness. I'm a 90.
Okay. 87.5.
87.5.
85.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured I'd be the most.
I realize, I feel like our graphs are pretty similar. Once again, we're
Whoa,
pretty
no,
similar
mine,
people.
no, your extroversion one is crazy. Mine's only 69.
92.
Holy.
Extroversion, 85.
Whoa.
Which sounds about right.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like a extroverted no, I don't know which one I'm in.
Yeah, I don't know. My agreeableness is 67%.
What is your agreeableness, Ivan?
54. What is yours?
42. I am a disagreeable person.
You're a disagreeable person.
Neuroticism.
I'm 15.
What is
neuroticism?
neuroticism?
Okay,
It sounds bad.
Let's do a quick. This is a one of those like dings. Neuroticism.
It's a trait that reflects a person's level of emotional stability. It's often defined as a negative personality trait involving a negative emotions course.
Okay, so you're not good at...
No. It's saying... Wait. It's having low...
emotional stability. So you want to...
You want a low score.
You want a
Wait,
low score.
what?
Yeah. Neuroticism is a trait that reflects
yeah.
is often defined as a negative personality trait involving negative emotions, poor self-regulation, trouble dealing with stress. So the more neurotic you are, the worse.
Yeah, the worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you?
I got a 15.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm 29.
Oh.
Damn, I'm neurotic.
Sounds like
100. 27.
Oh shit, I'm the most.
You're the most neurotic. I honestly thought that Ivan would have scored higher here.
No, I
not
think
to say that
I
you would have
think it
scored
was
the highest.
the moody
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not really moody. I don't know, man. I'm just do
Like
it.
he's stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And consistent too.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be just about consistency.
Wow.
Okay.
That was awesome.
What is it? All this.
Personality patterns. EIAT. I'm going to do some light editing here.
Wait, I want to see what my little blurb says. You have a highly creative and imaginative way of thinking, and you often see connections that others do not. You are uninterested in the dull facts of a
I
situation.
think this is I got the exact same thing.
I got the exact
No!
I don't think that's catered to us. I think it's one of those things where they just say.
No, but we also have similar traits.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Well, at least you got to hear our individual thoughts of every question for the last 2 full hours.
Hey, and that the journey is the
It's more
destination.
important.
It's the friends we made along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way I can. I'll try to find ways that we can get through it, but no.
Hey, we learned some things about ourselves. Sort of. I learned that I'm confused. And I want to be seen, but not saw.
I think that the biggest takeaway is
But
like
not so.
being so polar on
I
certain
know.
things and so contradictory has been kind of interesting to see.
Well, I think that also speaks so much to our personalities of overthinking everything, where we're like, oh, but if you looked at it like this, but if you looked at it like this, but then it could be interpreted like this.
Yeah.
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 And I learned I'm
That
not
is
that
half the
agreeable.
fun. Yeah, that's half
Yeah.
the fun is like seeing if we interpret the questions the same way.
Yeah, which is like cool because we did all take it in a different way, which was like cool because it wasn't like anything was wrong. It's just how our brains initially react to something says a lot about how we are, you know?
Well, I think that also speaks volumes. Like if you look at like a 5-word statement and we all interpret it different, you can see where miscommunication comes from.
Oh,
like
yeah.
in life, or like where people feel upset by something you said, but like in your mind, you're like, wait a second, I just said this random statement and this person deduced it to something completely different. Like that makes a lot of sense.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, well, this was really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this. I
love
genuinely enjoyed
personality
this.
tests.
Yeah, personality tests are fun. Take the personality test. We'll link it below
If you have $29 to spare,
for the full report. We want to see the person with the highest neuroticism score. We
Who's
want to know what
neurotic
kind of
out here?
answers you have. You know what?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, it's so fascinating to see, and maybe even do this with your friends. A great bonding exercise.
totally.
Yeah.
And if you find a way to bypass this,
Let us
comment
know.
below. Leave your email at EMTU$5.
All right. Well, I
Okay,
guess
great.
that wraps up the episodes. Though, thanks for tagging along with us and
Like, comment, subscribe.
do the things.
Do the
thing.
things. Okay.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.